we're going to look at Kodak's newly released Ektachrome 100 120 medium format film. Kodak's Ektachrome is called a reversal film, meaning it gives you a positive image. It's known as slide film. Slide film is also valued for how it degrades as it expires and ages. The dyes break down. I happen to have this Pro Pack of Ektachrome 100, expiration date 2004. So as you learn about reversal or slide film, you learn that it's rather unforgiving. You don't want to miss exposure. Shadow detail barely exists. It's kind of like JPEG on digital, but even more strict, except for you get better results, like if JPEG gave you better results. I decided to test this in bright light with a colorful backdrop. It was going to be a bit of a tough test for something so notoriously tricky to nail down. So why shoot this scene with this film? Well, reversal film is known for its punchier color and very fine grain. That's why Paige and I were at this mural, and the unforgiving nature of slide film is why I also brought the flash. I wanted to make sure to fill in my shadows so I didn't have to deal with so much contrast. Also, this is how a lot of my favorite magazine photography that I grew up with and worshipped was produced, with a flash like helping the subject jump off the page. I decided to use my Mamiya RZ67 on this shoot. So here I am with two finicky and unpredictable types of film, and I also forgot to bring the cable that connected the remote. The image quality on this camera is spectacular. It also has a great flash sync speed, which, you know, I didn't help myself do because I forgot that cable. But, you know, you win some, you lose some, right? These higher shots are really pretty difficult with the waist level viewfinder. I should have either brought a stepladder, an apple crate, or I should just go ahead and buy one of those really awesome prisms, you know, the correct angle of view and lets you view it from not the very top of the camera. We also made our way to this neat floral shop downtown. They were kind enough to let us shoot around the shop, and I learned that they also rent the space out for photographers to use, which I thought was really cool and great for future reference. Look around and ask questions. I shot some digital here as well after my film ran out because I didn't want to use up both rolls on one shoot. I think it went pretty well. The sun was finally going down a little bit, and the light was really nice on this front side of the shop, which is the opposite side of the building from where I did my very stubborn opening shots on the film. But, you know, I also looked around town for a bit before wrapping up. I tried out the newly released Ektachrome 100 today, as you saw with Paige. I haven't developed it yet, so I have no idea how it turned out, but I bracketed my exposures a little bit. I also shot a roll of expired Ektachrome 100. So I was gonna fly the drone a little bit because I checked the before you fly up and it said that there were no flight restrictions here, but then I turned on the drone and there were flight restrictions. So go figure. Got the shot I want right here. I was on the way to photography for part 2 of this test when news about Kobe Bryant dying broke, and I just carried on and trying to accomplish my goals for this shoot, which included new splashes of color and different aspects of light, especially indoor lighting. As I put this episode together, I realized I had to say something about art and an artist, and that had a lot to do with Kobe and his career, actually. Oh, I did this.
You record like the whole thing that way?
I've recorded whole segments and shoots.
Speed it up?
You can, but there's no audio, and it's just a huge file. When Kobe Bryant comes to my mind, I think of air balls. I know he was a champion and all-star gold medalist, but I always think of those air balls in his rookie postseason against the Utah Jazz. They were excruciating to watch. So that came to mind as I flailed greatly, losing shots of kind of expensive film to flash misfires or magazine skips, or forgetting to advance the film when I was swapping out the magazines. It's enough to psych you out. This is where it ties in with the air balls. It's been widely reported that he rarely brought it up as a motivator for his improvement through his career. And after I thought about that for a second, it made sense. It wasn't that Kobe had to learn a lesson, it was that he was clawing for something above him that was beyond his grasp. He could have passed the ball or taken safer shots, but he knew that the player he wanted to be would be the player who took those shots, the ones that he missed. So he took them, and he kept taking them. It was emblematic of exactly what Kobe would embody for the rest of his life. You don't think about failing. You go out there with utmost confidence. If you miss, then you take another shot. If you miss again, you take another shot. If you miss all 4 times, you go out there and it's like, okay, how can I make these shots next time? He didn't avoid last-second shots his whole career. In fact, he was not statistically the greatest at doing that. I'm sure you might call this a bad backdrop, but hang on. The thing about Kobe was that he took the risk. He took shot after shot, learning and growing. It wasn't that he always hit those last-second shots. It's that he was always brave enough to take them. No matter what the odds, he was going to leave it all on the floor. And that's a really great mentality to take when you are an artist or as a person in general. You want to just go out there and not necessarily do the safe thing. You want to grow, or if you want to grow, you want to take the shots. You want to go out there and yeah, you'll airball a few times, but if you keep doing it and you keep working on things that help you not airball shots when you're under pressure, then a lot of times they'll start falling and you'll have more and more outcomes that are better than they're not. And sure, we can't all just work our way into the NBA or something, but we all have a talent or something that we can do that if we put in the right kind of effort, we'll do better at. There are plenty of people who are super talented. There are people taller than Kobe, faster than Kobe, even better shots than Kobe, but not all of them had the same results that Kobe did because of the way he worked and the way he approached things and the way he accepted risk and failure helped him get above these other people. And you can do that as an artist too. When he screwed up in life or on the court, he figured out how to overcome it. And if he couldn't erase it, he could at least do better the next time something came up. And I really think he took those lessons to heart. Pleased with how these came out. As you'll see, aside from the faded ones, which are the expired Ektachrome, which turned out surprisingly nice in their own right, you'll see that the colors are very saturated, but also not to the point where they feel unnatural. I'm glad I took something I learned from people like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and all those other great athletic heroes, in that I just kept taking shots. I decided not to listen to the negativity and just put the skill I learned forward and hoped it would be enough to carry me through, and I think it was. Did I, break records or did I make the highest art possible? I doubt it, but I think I made some nice photos, and you never know when that next shot's going to be the one that you really just love. But as I guess Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I'm mixing my sports up here, but greatness is greatness. People like Kobe Bryant help give us hope and aspiration and escape, and a lot of that can be said about art as well. I feel like getting philosophical about photography while still actually talking about photography. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, turn on notifications, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. I'm glad to talk to you, and I enjoy all the comments I've been getting. It's super great. I know a lot of artists are like, what's a sports ball? But really, that's as dismissive as saying that artists are all stuck-up snobs who aren't connected to the world. So, before you dismiss sports, look a little deeper. You might find a lot of really artistic souls that have the same type of passion you do about a different thing, and they approach it as an art, and they make it an art just like you do. So hopefully you can take something out of this, and thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed looking at the Ektachrome too. I think I'll be shooting more of this. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.